Glam Girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I'm a beauty enthusiast and consultant who loves to talk about everything dealing with beauty and makeup, and today I am excited to talk to you about 10 luxury beauty products that I have repurchased over and over and over again. And I just want to thank Sophia C's Beauty for tagging me on this. She tagged me a minute ago. I am just now getting around to doing it, but I can't wait to share with you these products because these are the ones that, like, if you repurchase a luxury beauty product, it is definitely worth it. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let's get right into this video. So first, I want to talk about my absolute favorite foundation. That's something I really can't say, but it is in my top 3, okay? Might even be number 2. And it is none other than Mother Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Foundation. You guys, I can't get enough of this foundation. So why do I love it? I love the finish of it. It's a beautiful, I would say a beautiful, like, satin sort of matte finish. Very natural looking on the skin. What made me fall in love with this the first time, well, not the first time, but the first time I tried it, I actually didn't like it. So what made me fall in love with it when I tried it again was that I could literally apply this with my fingers and be out the door. No lie, nothing else on the face, just the foundation. It's so natural looking, but you can build it up to a nice solid medium coverage for whatever look that you want to get. My biggest tip for this foundation is if you have normal to dry skin, definitely hydrate the skin. When I first tried this foundation, mine was not, and I didn't like it. So I always make sure that I just go in with either a really nice moisturizer or a hydrating primer. This foundation is just everything. I travel with it. No matter what I am doing in terms of makeup, I am always going to travel with this foundation. So I have 2 shades. The first shade I purchased was shade M19. This is great for me in the summer, but what I wear typically kind of like all year round, especially if I'm not getting too much of a tan, is M17. That is my go-to shade. I can't even. I've got 2 more foundations for you because I said I'm a foundation junkie. The Dior Air Flash. I saw Gabe Love's review, his version of this video. He repurchased this multiple times. Let me tell you, this foundation is so beautiful. This gives you more of like a satin, slightly dewier finish, but like not so dewy that, you're an oil slick. Truly look airbrushed when you do apply this onto the face. I basically apply it directly to my face, so shake it up. And what I do is I just get it really close to my face, close my eyes, and spray that way. Because I feel like if I spray it on my brush, on my sponge, like I'm just losing and wasting product. And for the price tag of this, I don't want to waste any product because I don't want to waste it in the air. So I just take it real close to the face and like spray like this, and that works fine for me. It doesn't get in my eyes, and it's not like a mess everywhere. I think I've purchased this twice now, and I will definitely keep repurchasing it. It's just a beautiful foundation. I have the shade 4.5 in this particular foundation, and I love it, absolutely love it. Then the last one is the Armani Luminous Silk foundation. I have purchased this twice now, yes. And the shade that I wear is 8.75. This one and like the Pat McGrath foundations are like my go-to when I'm just like, I want beautiful, flawless skin, but I really don't want any fuss with it. Like, I really don't want to put nothing on my face, but I just want to put foundation on. Luminous Silk is that as well. Luminous Silk can give you a little bit more, actually, well, no, I was going to say it can give you a little bit more coverage than the Pat McGrath, but in all honesty, if you apply a small amount, it's very similar, or both of them are quite similar in their textures. They're both thinner foundations. You can apply both with your fingers. I would say the Luminous Silk is going to be more thick than Pat McGrath, but it's not a very thick foundation. I love this one, okay? I need to wear this one. These 2 foundations I have not worn yet this year, but they are definitely on my radar to wear throughout the summer because they're also foundations I love to wear in the summer. Because they're so lightweight, they look so blurry and flawless on the skin. Kind of almost look like you're not wearing anything, but they're just so beautiful and perfecting. So those are like my foundations that I've purchased over and over and over again. I have to throw in my honorable mentions. Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. You guys knew this was coming. So this is not a luxury product, but I have purchased this foundation 3 times, and you already know how I feel about this. So that's my honorable mention when it comes to the foundation category, because it's not luxury, but your girl has 3 of them. So I had to mention it. Oh, I forgot one foundation. Oh my goodness me. I forgot the foundation I'm wearing. Sorry guys. I don't even know what number this is. So we had McGrath was 1, then Dior was 2, Armani was 3, so number 4 is the Tom Ford foundation stick. I have purchased this twice now. Oh my goodness me. This foundation stick, it's what I'm also wearing on my face today, is like my go-to for the summer. So I really don't wear this foundation stick outside of the summer, but in the summer heat and this foundation stick are just a match made in heaven. And today, I mixed it, you guys, with, where's it at? Danessa Myricks Universal Balm Powder for this blurred effect and this more mattified effect too. I also set with powder. I'll tell you what powder I used. But this foundation stick, I love to wear it in the summer because of its dewier finish. It's not the longest lasting foundation stick. And especially if it's really hot outside, it can also get a little too dewy, like for what I like. So mixing it with the Universal Balm Powder will help to make it last longer on the skin and also not as dewy. But either way, even if I didn't have this balm powder, it is my go-to for the summer. I just love the overall finish of it because it is so dewy. The skin looks very juicy. I wouldn't say it's blurring per se, but it's just really beautiful on the skin. This is a foundation stick I also love to wear at the beach. I know, makeup in the beach, I know. But I went to the beach recently, and basically what I do is I just apply it on the areas of my face that might be a little red, that might just need a slight bit evening out. So, I mean, it's not a lot at all, but it's just enough, and it's just scrumptious. Like, this is just, like I said, one of, like, I would probably put the Tom Ford foundation stick as like top 3 foundations for the summer. So those are my foundation picks. Now we're gonna move on to number 5, Touche Éclat, the Radiant Touch Brightening Pen, shade number 4. I'm wearing this one today, and I love the lightweight coverage, the lightweight finish of it. It has a slightly peachy undertone, and it's so beautiful. It's not one of those concealers that are gonna, you know, cover a whole bunch of everything under the eye. But if you just want a nice brightened effect under the eye, you also want the under eye to look nice and radiant, lifted, juicier. This concealer pen does the job. I think I've purchased this 2, maybe 3 times by now, and absolutely love it. Powders, got 2 powders for you. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, shade medium. I said medium on purpose. My goodness me. I don't even know how many times I've repurchased this. This was the first powder that made me say, my skin does not have to look dry and crusty and cakey if I put powder on. Well, how about that? Such a lightweight powder, especially for it to be in a pressed formula. And it just smooths out the skin, perfects the skin, doesn't look heavy. And one of the things that I love about this powder is that you can reapply and reapply and reapply throughout the day, and not once do you ever look cakey. It doesn't look like your foundation and powder are like making like a pasty mixture. It doesn't look ever ugly too much on the skin. It is so beautiful. Everybody needs this powder. Like, I have other powders that I love, but like this is a staple powder in my collection. So scrumptious. However, it's not the powder I'm wearing today. The powder I'm wearing today is going to be by Dior, okay? Backstage, no powder. So obsessed with these powders. So I had to get them in 2 shades because I just love it. So this is 2 times that I purchased this, 3? I think twice. So I'm wearing shade 3 in under the, well, basically in my T-zone area. Shade 4 in is what I wear if I want to put it on the perimeter of my face. And it's so blurring, so perfecting, very much like no powder but powder. So it doesn't, I mean, I feel like my face looks powdered, but my face doesn't look heavy and cakey and weighted down. You still see radiance coming through from the foundations, and it's not like, it doesn't suck the life out of your face. And you know, basically the Charlotte Tilbury powder and the Dior powder are very similar in that they're not gonna suck the life, the healthiness, the suppleness out of your skin or whatever dewy or products you're putting on your face. It's just going to set your face, but with the no powder powder, it's gonna give you such a blurred effect. Tip for the wise, because I need it to be wizened, is go in with a puff to apply the Dior powder. That's where you really see the blurring effect. If you go in with the brush, it's not gonna do anything for you. You probably won't like it, because I didn't like it because I was using it with the brush. Used it with the puff and it changed my life. I'm keeping track of my numbers. So number 6 was Charlotte Tilbury, Dior was number 7. 8. Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. My goodness me, okay? I've purchased this twice now. I always say this, and if you've been around for a while, you probably already know what I'm gonna say about this. This is a magic in a bottle. This is the juiciest concoction that Charlotte has ever made, and it is so great. So this is what it looks like. I have shade 5.5. I've also purchased shade 6. And I can wear both. 5.5 is more of my skin. But you can apply this onto the skin just as its own by itself. And do you see? Look at that. Look at that juiciness. It's not sticky. It sinks into the skin and it just makes the skin look like glass. You can put it on top of your foundation. You can mix it with your foundation. I've heard some people actually say they've worn it as their foundation. If you really want like that glass-like skin all across the face. It does tone down a smidge of redness, so it offers just a slight amount of coverage. Or you can wear it as a liquid highlight. Like, you can do so many things with this Hollywood Flawless Filter. I absolutely love it. It's also one of those products, like, I will rave about other products that are similar to this, but she is like special place in my heart status. Like, I'm not doing anything without this. Y'all, I just realized I have on no lashes and I only have mascara on my bottom lashes. This is what we're gonna go with today. I just realized that. Oh well, it's okay, it's okay. But yes, that's number 8. Number 9, we have the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzers. I've purchased this 3 times and I love it. I think I decluttered one because I just had it for so long. First of all, this terracotta scent, I need to buy it in its fragrance form because I truly, truly do love it. But what I love most about these bronzers, number 1 will be the scent. Number 2, I love the undertones of these bronzers. So I have here shade 3. This is going to be a very nice subtle bronze against my skin. This is definitely one of the bronzers, or this shade is one I would wear primarily in like the winter time, springtime, because it is a lighter shade. But it does show on me, and it's such a beautiful formula as well. That's the 3rd thing I love about the formulation of these bronzers, is that they are not excessively powdery. You don't have to worry about making your skin look muddy because you're using too much, because it's overly pigmented, but you do have good pigmentation. This is shade 5, and I really, really love this as well. This particular shade, shade 5, is one that I could wear now in the summertime, and it'll still show up really nicely. I find, and this is just my own opinion, I find this is a difference between shade 3 and 5. I find that these bronzers do build up nicely, so if they look a little lighter in the pan, you can build and they will show quite nicely on the skin. But I really love the terracotta bronzers, and it's funny because I'm like, every time they come out with a new one, I'm like, I have to get it, and I'm like, it's really the same thing, but I just really enjoy it and love it, so maybe I'll just keep purchasing them. And then lastly, it's going to be an eye cream. So this eye cream, the container I'm about to show you is my first full size, but I have purchased other products that have given me so many of the mini versions of this eye cream, so that's why I'm mentioning it. So I hope that kind of counts. But I love this eye cream. It is like my go-to eye cream for day and night. It is a staple in my skincare routine, and this is the one that I keep going back to no matter how many other eye creams I try, and it is the Lemur Eye Concentrate. This eye cream was the first eye cream that actually made me go, this is why people wear eye creams. I get it now, because I just was like, I mean, I put them on, I don't really know if this is doing anything. For me, the eye concentrate really helps to plump up my under eye area, so then I do get less looking fine lines and wrinkles. So no, this is not taking away my fine lines and wrinkles, and as a matter of fact, no eye cream is gonna do that. But what I look for in an eye cream is, are you going to plump that under eye area and then give the illusion that I'm diminishing fine lines and wrinkles, because my skin there is very healthy, very plump, and properly hydrated. And that's what this eye cream does. It never irritates my eyes. A smidge goes a long way. Like, I literally like halfway dip my ring finger in the product. It's enough to put around my eyes, and I really, really love it. So this is my first time having a full-size version of it, but I have gone through so many minis, and every time I make an order from Lemur, I always make sure to check the eye concentrate, because I know I'm gonna use it and go through them. So like I said, I don't know if that really counts, but it counts in my eyes because I've finished like multiple mini tubes. So this is one I will definitely repurchase. The price tag is a little steep, but for me, I see the results, so it's worth it. So guys, those are my top 10. Let me know what your top 2 luxury repurchases are, whether it's makeup or skincare. I want to know. Leave that all down in the comment section below. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.